Hey bitches, hey bitches. I just wanted to do a video because I know on the day I'll probably mince my words, and I really wanted to say a few things to you all, and so I thought I might just do this freshly out of the shower. You know me, not much glam. Don't do my hair. So here's the video. Firstly, I wanted to thank Marie so much for the time and effort she has put into this. This is going back when I freshly arrived back from America. She's like, Brooke, if you fall pregnant, I'm doing a baby shower and that's it. I'm organising it. And she kept going on. And I was like, no, I'm just another pregnant woman. It doesn't matter. No one cares. She's like, no, I'm doing it. And so here we are today. And I just can't express in words how much I appreciate all that you've done for me. Really, I don't deserve it. So thank you. Second of all, to my family, before I started this whole adventure with this third baby, I went to my mum especially and I said, Mum, I'm going to try for a third baby sometime soon and I'm going to need some help. Is that okay? She's like, yes, go, please, whatever, do it. I'll be here. I'll help with the kids. And she's really had to be there a lot for me. The times when I have rung up to pick Bryson up or the kids up because I just physically couldn't do it. She's come back, bathed the kids, taken the kids to her house, made the food while I've just been slothing around, not able to do it physically. I just can't believe how much it's just taken over my body. But she's been there, and I couldn't have done it without her. So thank you. Thirdly, to everyone else in the room, all previous to this pregnancy, the calls, the text messaging, the food drops, the flowers, the hand on the shoulder, whatever it's been, it has really made me get through to this stage. When you are in such sorrow or grief, you just don't feel like you're in control of anything. But knowing that people are there and supporting you and understanding how you feel, you can kind of keep moving forward and work through and take responsibility of making sure that you're going to be okay. And without that love and support, it would have been a very hard road to get back onto the normal path of living again. So thank you. And yeah, it was amazing the amount of support I got pretty much this time last year. So I really thank you and I'm grateful for that. I remember everything. So yeah, and for today, for coming, your time on a Sunday and the presents. I don't want anything from anyone, but just the time and the love that you've shown just to be here today is more than enough for me. So the way I got here today is, I think this is why we're all here today, because you've known the journey. I've kept most of it quiet because it has started back to the years before we got married, because Phil had to have the reversal and that didn't work. It kind of felt like every path we went down, it wasn't working, so we have to try and find a new path. When you put the story together, it's kind of like, oh yeah, she's had pregnancies and have miscarried or something, but it's been a journey, a lot of time and effort, phone calls, operations, illness, sickness, time off work, injections, drugs, chemist visits, doctor's visits, phone calls, emails. It's been relentless, and I just can't believe I'm here today. It's everything I've ever wanted. But I just wanted to show you guys, or teach you guys, not teach you, it's not the right word, but it's kind of like a highlight of when you think it's not possible, it kind of is. But you have to really work on it. Just to get to this pregnancy, just working on to get to America. Every day I would be spending hours back and forth to trying to find out what clinic to go to, or to get you had to get tests in Australia to match up to the American clinics, and so they would send you lists of tests you've got to go do, and I would go do them all, right? And then I would send back, once I got all the results, send them over to America. And then there'll be emails, oh no, I'm not understanding the test results. You're going to have to find this other, you're going to have to do the test again. And I'm like, well, I've done the test. And I couldn't figure out what they were trying to say, because I showed them the referral, gave them to my doctor. It was just like, I was like, are you serious? Now I've got to go back to the doctors, get the referral, go to this other clinic, try and get the same test, which I thought we'd done. Anyway, it was like, I felt like it was like you're hitting a brick wall every day. And it's hard to fathom the fact that you can keep moving forward when you feel like, oh my gosh, every time the phone call rings, or you get a ding ding on your email, and it's never positive. It's always, oh, hi, Brooke. I'm sorry, you're going to have to go and get this test now. And I'm like, and then have to write back, I'm sorry, this is the test you gave me, this is the test I've done. And then, half a day later, they'll write back, and you're trying to figure out these problems, which I've got no idea about. But slowly and surely, things started to keep rolling. You one step forward, two steps back, one step forward, two steps back. And that was for so long. But when you're so determined to find your way, or to find your happiness, you kind of have this vision of, it's okay, it's all right, I'll find a way. And it's really taught me that, it is possible, even though the story probably gets told thousands of times. That's the one thing I've learnt with this whole process, and I'm kind of grateful for, because it's made me a really strong-willed bitch, really. I won't stand for much. I won't stand for no anymore. And it's answered a few questions this whole journey. So when I did, back in the grieving stage, people used to say, oh, you'll know why soon. And I could never understand why they would say that to me, because it was such pain and suffering that I was feeling. I'm like, there's no reason for this to happen when I loved her so much. Why? When someone loves someone so much, it shouldn't happen. Anyway, things happen, and it does. But the whole journey has answered a few questions for me. So yeah, in hindsight, it does, and you do figure out, okay, there's a reason why things happen. You just have to find it yourself. And that's the one thing I want to show everyone is, life's going to be hard sometimes, but get up, make your bed, get dressed, and try and find your happiness somehow each day, because you will find your way. And you will not understand at the time. I didn't understand. Like I said months ago, I had to relearn how to talk to people, how to be in my car, how to be at home. I just felt so sad for myself. And I had to just every day put a smile on my face and just pretend to be the normal Brooke I knew I could be. And then slowly and surely, when I started to figure out my problems behind the scenes, you start to get back on track. But it's a process, not easy, but it can be done. And I believe everyone can do it. So I think that's the reason why we're here today, to celebrate all the hardships behind the scenes. Because for me, it's special. To you guys, it's just another pregnancy, and I know that. So that's why I feel so honoured that you're here today with me. And hopefully you've enjoyed your day. And thank you for coming. All right, bye.